Greetings, I'm Lady Jane Ndukwe, founder Genuine Womanhood Initiative, a social reform group using etiquette, character modification and education to promote true humanity. Tomorrow, 11th October 2020, is the United Nations International Day of the Girl Child, and I'm lending my voice with this presentation titled Today I Arise. This year's theme is My Voice, Our Equal Future. This theme speaks volumes. It paints an unforgettable picture, the plight of the girl child. This theme shows that the voice of the girl child has been silenced for too long by abuse, rejection, denial, and injustice. The girl child is seen as inferior from birth. This is why a man will beat and chase away his wife for bearing him a female child instead of the revered male child. The girl child is considered unworthy of education. After all, she will end up as someone's wife. She's only fit for house chores, cooking, bearing and raising children. Are these tasks demeaning? Of course not. But when they are drummed into the girl child as being her only task in life, this becomes demeaning to the high status of womanhood. Do I venture into who a woman ought to be? Not yet. The girl child is seen as an object of a man's pleasure. He takes of her body without consent, and we call it rape. He forces himself on her, and she's expected to oblige him and enjoy it. Did I say enjoy it? It really does not matter to the man if she enjoys it or not. She's expected to comply. After all, what else is she there for other than to satisfy him? When she complains, she is beaten and told to be quiet. After all, a good girl never complains. She simply complies with every demand of the man. Isn't this what makes her submissive and well-trained? Well-trained by who, I ask? When she wants an education, she's expected to give her body for grades. When she cries out for help, she's again told to be quiet. When she goes in search of a job, she's expected to give her body before she gets the job. When she works in a restaurant, or should I call it by its proper name, a booker, she becomes the dessert for the men who patronize these places. When she works in a home, she becomes the sex toy for the man of the house or his son. When she gets pregnant for the man who promised her marriage and a good life, he denies her, dumps her, and she's thrown out of the house because she has brought shame to the family. What about the man who got her pregnant? He simply moves on and marries a girl of his choice with a grand wedding, and even dares to call his former girl a cheap prostitute with no home training. To ensure that the girl child is not promiscuous, her external female genitalia is cut off to keep her in check. We call this female genital mutilation, which sadly is still practiced in some areas. to prevent her from unfolding her true self and having a voice, she is married off at age 8 or 9 to a man old enough to be her grandfather. She's expected to satisfy him and become his blood tonic. This girl, who is barely a child, gets pregnant, bears a child, and ends up with vesico-vaginal fistula, VVF, which is an opening between the vagina and bladder where urine constantly leaks from the bladder into the vagina. Is she pitied and helped? No. She becomes damaged good and often called smelly, and her husband marries another girl. In some cultures, the girl child, when married, is bound by an oath of fidelity. If she violates this, she dies or goes insane. When she's privileged to have a father who has property to bequeath his children, she's left out and told that girls do not inherit property. Need I go on, or is this painful picture of the girl child ingrained in your mind's eye? I ask, is it a crime to be born female? Today, we are calling for the voice of the girl child to be heard. This has to start from our homes. How do we treat our children? Is the boy child seen as king and given everything to make his life comfortable? Is the girl child still being subjected to servitude and humiliation? Can you answer this simple question? If you were treated like the girl child I portrayed, would you be happy? The golden rule says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Why then do we destroy the life of the girl child? Why do we trample upon her? The girl child is a human being with feelings. She has dreams of her own. She wants to be given a chance to express the treasures that lie deep within her. She wants to be respected and valued. She wants to love and be loved. Today, the girl child is calling for this chance. Today, she tells the world, I am worthy. I have a voice. I have a part to play in this world. When I arise, there will be balance, peace, and joy for all. Everything in creation swings in balance. Keeping the girl child silent, hidden, and abused distorts the concept of balance and beauty. Today, I arise. Many girls are now breaking boundaries and barriers to optimize opportunities therein. Alexandra Scott was diagnosed with a form of pediatric cancer before her first birthday. When she was 4 years old, she set up her first lemonade stand in front of her house to raise money for childhood cancer research. Sophia Cruz, in 2015, when she was 5 years old, wrote a letter to Pope Francis asking that her parents, who were undocumented immigrants, not to be deported from the United States. Since then, Cruz has continued to advocate for immigration rights. Chloe Thompson, at age 8, founded Chloe Cares, an organization that works to empower people experiencing homelessness. She has provided thousands of care bags to local homeless shelters, spreading positivity and compassion throughout her community in the United States. Aja Mayrock was bullied in school. Now at age 23, she is a best-selling author of the book, The Survival Guide to Bullying. She's also an activist and role model for young girls. 5 Nigerian girls from Regina Pace's secondary school, Onitsha, won gold medal at the World Technovocation Challenge in 2019 at Silicon Valley, San Francisco, USA. These girls developed an app that would make it easy for people to make donations to help the needy pay for school fees, food, shoes, books, stationery, medication, and more. These girls, known as the Brain Squad, were Ayomi Kun Ario, Ivana Modi, Jedisola Kasim, Mona Chiso Chibo, and Pandora Onyediri. If we look around us, we will see our daughters and students doing all they can to rise above the challenges that stare them in their faces. They want to change the narrative and write their names in the sands of time. It is our duty as parents, guardians, and teachers to encourage them to become the best versions of themselves. We must create an ennobling environment for them to thrive. We must empower our girls to become agents of change. Train a girl and you train a nation. Girls and women are a treasure to human development. A girl who receives quality education will grow up to become tomorrow's worker, mother, entrepreneur, mentor, and political leader. She will bring value to the society and accelerate social change. Now, watch this. There is no tomorrow if the girl child is unable to come to full blossom of what her creator designed her to be. So today, she arises. Today, I arise. This has been Jane Ndukwe, founder, Genuine Womanhood Initiative. Thank you for listening.